Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Grassroots Warriors Network. My name is Sherri Divband, and I am your host on Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, I'll probably put just a very snippet of this interview in the beginning, and then you can watch the rest on Rumble on either my channel or the Grassroots Warriors Network. So without further ado, I am super excited because I'm joined today one of my good friends, Tony Rodrigues, and we just spent the week together in Grafton, Illinois. So welcome, Tony. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm on the mend, getting over a little bit of a cold. That's why I'm having some lozenges. And I'm happy to see you, man. It was so great to reconnect last week at the Journey to Truth conference. And I just love you and what you're doing. And your presentation, I gotta say, I told everybody you knocked it out of the park.
Oh, thank you.
It was
Thank
great.
you. Yeah, I
So
got emotional in the beginning of that one. It was some heavy stuff I had to get out of the way, but yeah, thank you for saying that. And so for those of you that don't know, Tony and I just finished the conference, Journey to Truth, conference number 2. And it was incredible. There was a lot of great speakers and even better audience that I was so grateful for. You know, it was such a large group, but everybody was so kind, and I had such a great time. And so your speech was incredible too. I mean, all of them were super, super revealing and honest. And I just enjoyed the whole thing. So I had to invite you on, Tony, because for several reasons, you and I have done some previous interviews together, but this time I wanted to talk about your new book and your education platform. So there's lots of things for us to talk about today. So Tony, where do we even begin? Oh my gosh.
yeah, I guess we'll
Well,
go with the book. Go with the
we'll
book.
go with the flow. Yeah. So the book. So I don't know if this is gonna work because I have a green screen here, but yeah, I didn't think so.
I have one here.
Project Star. Oh yeah, yes. Project Starmaker. Oh my gosh. Well, first before we get to Starmaker, we got to talk about your series Colony. I don't know if you have that one nearby. I can't show that one because of the green
It's
screen
over
here,
there.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's on
it's
the
fine.
other side of the room.
So your first book, Tony, oh my gosh. I had bought your book about 9 months before I read it. And it sat in this pile on my desk of my books to, the to read books that I have that, I'll get to eventually. And once in a while I have the time and I pick one up. And it wasn't until about 9 months later, it was Easter, the week of Easter. My kids were out of town. I was basically home alone. And I had met with a friend, one of the Aramis mentors, and we were talking about you, only good things. And I said, I haven't read Tony's book yet. And have you? And he said, oh yeah, I'm about halfway through it. I was like, I got to start it. I just felt this urge that I needed to get going on it. And I knew I was going to see you in a few months at the conference. I was like, I have to read his book. I haven't read it yet. I read it. I started reading it on the morning of Easter. I went to the beach around 9 o'clock in the morning and I could not put your book down. Tony, I was going through an emotional roller coaster. I was crying, I was laughing, I was smiling, I was sad. I even had to put the book down and go in the water and like put my feet in the water and take a break. But then I was like, I gotta go back. Like it was absolutely just incredible what your story and everything, the way you put it together. I was literally, my mind was blown. I went home and I didn't put the book down till I finished it. I read the entire 500 and whatever pages that you had. I can't remember how many. I read it in one day.
Wow.
It blew my mind. It absolutely blew my mind. I wanted to come through the time and space and give you a hug, like right in that moment. Like I almost called you because I was like, I need, like, Tony, I wanted to give you a hug. I had no idea. I just really, admittedly, I had no idea the full story until I read it myself.
Wow.